Good day, folks. I built a different fluid bed sluice and want to see if it works. It's the third version. Just monkeying around, had some extra material, and I don't know, we'll call it the 3.0. Let me run you through what I kept the same, what I changed, and let's test it, see if it works. And I made a little quick screen, drywall screws. Those will probably rust out, but just to keep the leaves out because we are in fall. Here's the sluice. I believe I have enough volume of water. I had to really build things up just to get this. The water is super low here, so I got a nice little drop. What I ended up doing, the last one I built, I had prisms on it, and as you can see, some of the stuff underneath, I put black caulking under there. It didn't cure correctly, so oh well. But the prisms are back on. I put deep V matting right here, and I extended the feed a little bit longer. The last one was really short. Still went with 3/8 holes, perforated, 7-8 inch stagger on the holes to the center, and I put 2 pipes in here. Let's see if this works. And the whole idea of this is basically the prisms slow down the black sands. The indicator mat's going to tell me whether I'm on gold. As you can see, there's a little bit of material. I just kind of ran just rough material through it real quick to load it up. The one thing I really care about the most is, are the pipes clearing in time? I did fill this tray up. It cleared out about 5 seconds to the top of the pipes. That's pretty much on par with the last one I built. This one is 1 inch wider than the last one, and I think it's about 6 inches longer than the last one I built. So let's see if it works. Piece of gold right there. You grab the camera here. Well, that works. The prism's a piece of gold right away. That's good. I can see more gold showing up here. There's a little fly poop there. There's another piece right there. That one's still stuck there. And even though this didn't cure right, it's nice having the black underneath these prisms, because that gold really pops. That might be gold right there. I can't tell. I know that piece is, I don't know. These are really deep V, so sometimes it'll catch some other stuff, but I keep rocking. You can see the flow is slowing down because the screen's filling up with leaves. I gotta get on the other side of that and just clean the leaves off once in a while. When I was cutting this, when I was cutting the actual deck, this is all made out of PVC. And when I was putting the prisms in, I was trying to line up the levels of the V-mat where the transition would be so it was pretty smooth. If I run material across it, it goes right over the V-mat. So this is pretty level with the prisms, same plane as the prisms. And then I put a little bit of epoxy here just to kind of join where the metal is. This is longer too. The last one didn't have as much metal ramp coming up to the perforations on the punch plate. So there's little things that got changed. But so far, if you watch the VMAT, here's some rocks. Everything's going right over them. I have a feeling this box needs a lot of flow. Just got rid of the tarp. I can fit a couple shovelfuls in this and just haul it over. Hauling big buckets to that tarp. I got a long journey from where I'm digging. There's another piece of gold right here. And yeah, this is actually not too bad. So right now, I'm kind of going on faith that the capture chamber is not blowing out gold. I'm going to check my tailings later on. I'm just going to keep running this for now. I don't want to disturb it, so I'm going to run at least 5, 6, 7 more of those. Then I'm probably going to do a clean out, and then while the box is removed, I'm going to check my tailings too, and just see, you know, if there's gold in there. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably gold in there. It's homemade. So the flow is starting to slow down, and it's fall. We haven't had any rain for months. So I'm probably gonna have to switch to classifying just to get the material smaller so it flows better. If I had the flow, it wouldn't be a problem, but I'm gonna switch to 1/2-inch classified. Nice piece right here. Trying to slow down the flow so I can pull the box. So this thing just barely fits in the bucket. I had to bend the handle. It was an afterthought. After I made this thing, then I tried putting it in a bucket and the handle was too far out. So I pushed the handle in. But remember that for the future. Good amount of cons. Could probably reduce this a little bit if I let it run longer. We'll just pan this out. This thing's actually pretty heavy. Definitely some black sands. Slow and steady. You gotta watch your black sands real carefully. There's a piece right there, just sitting literally on the top, and I just shook this stuff down into the deep riffles a lot. So, but the black sands are so fine, you just gotta take your time. Before I finish panning this out, I just want to kind of show you. There's a lot of mercury. So there is gold that's still yellow. I think it's getting absorbed pretty quick. There's definitely gold in this stuff too. Let me pan back the rest of this, but this might all look silver by the time I'm done. All right, so that piece I showed you, it's now silver. I believe that's it in the back left. Kind of crazy. It's hard to get a speck count too, because that stuff just keeps eating everything. I'm gonna check the tailings and see if there's any gold in it, or mercury, or whatever. See if that thing was losing stuff. All right, this is from the tailings. There is a piece right there. Where is it? Right there. I think that has mercury on it. Is that it? Wait a minute, hold on. There's my finger. Yep, that's it, okay. That's the piece. It's a little fly poop. So that's what was in 2 shovelfuls of tailings. I'm happy enough for that. I think that's working. I'm gonna take the rest of the day and go for a hike, see what I see. Just want to say thanks for watching. Take care. Be well.